Okay, you've realized that you're a highly sensitive person and now you notice that you're on the wrong job. Or you realized pretty early that you are highly sensitive and now wondering which job might suit you. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Robert and today I want to share with you 10 career options for highly sensitive people. I will give you the list of the 10 ideal career paths for HSPs in a second. But first of all, I want to make clear what actually makes a great job for a highly sensitive person. So it should be a job where you can live out your strengths as a highly sensitive personality. And if you still don't know what your strengths are as an HSP, also listen to episode 141, the 10 strengths of HSPs. So for most highly sensitive people, characteristics for suitable jobs are, for example, values such as loyalty, honesty, and respect are particularly important. Empathy and compassion are very well needed in that job. Helping other people is a fundamental key element. Awareness of details has a high relevance, for example. Independence and little supervision are very important for you. And the last one, intuition and creativity are needed in that job. So these characteristics in mind, we start with the list, and number one, which are the helping professions. Many HSPs like to help and support other people. Maybe you also belong to that group. So this is where empathy skills and compassion definitely come into play. Good career options from this segment are, for example, nurses, teachers, social workers, but definitely keep in mind, and maybe you know this from your own experience because you work in such a job, different challenges can appear. Especially if you have bad relationships with your colleagues, with patients, with clients, then it's really difficult. And in addition, jobs, for example, in hospitals or in schools can be associated with high pressure, stress, and can feel really draining. We go on with segment number 2, which are counseling professions. Psychologists and therapists are the most common in that segment. I mean, who else? Because many highly sensitive people spend their whole life with their own psyche, about thinking about their personality. So they often choose this path as a therapist out of their own interest. Of course, other counselors from various sectors also fall into this category. Then we go on with category number 3, which are creative introverted professions. Yes, introverted. We have a look in this now. So creative introverted professions can be very pleasant for highly sensitive people. Here, especially quiet and introverted people can use all their strengths in that category: creativity, intuition, being for themselves, fully in the state of flow and in their own inner world. This includes writers, graphic designers, film cutters, or even artists who can live up to their own strengths here. However, also keep in mind, some of these professions have the disadvantage of, on the one hand, low salary and that you do not have a lot of social contact. If you want more of that, then we go on with number 4, which are creative extraverted professions. So in contrast to the creative introverted professions, we have this category, and here people are also with themselves. Some creativity is necessary, but work is very much carried to the outside. So this includes actors, musicians, art directors, dancers. And again, a problem is there is a low salary in some of these jobs, and just a little percentage of them, really popular and successful artists and musicians, are paid really well. We go on with number 5, research professions. So research professions are particularly in demand among people who attach great importance to details. Independent and autonomous work is also definitely in favor here. So if you want that, or this is your category. The classic researcher is definitely on the list. So you work in a field of science. Furthermore, we also definitely have science staff at universities, for example, or in research institutions. But also book lovers such as librarians fall into this category. Then we have the career path with number 6, really related to the researchers, and these are the analyzing professions. So the situation is quite similar as with the researching professions. The analyzing professions are usually an extension of those. So here we'll find jobs like data analyst, mathematicians, scientists, or even laboratory technicians. 7th category of ideal career path for HSPs are the technical professions. So when it comes to the technical professions, in these, independent and detailed work is highly relevant. And I know that's a stigma, that's a stereotype. Highly sensitive people who work in the technical or analytical professions are often called nerds, and this is where I would also include myself, by the way. Professions like computer scientists, programmers, web developers, or also digital marketers can fall into this really nerdy category. Then we have number 8, which are the self-employed professions. So self-employed professions offer highly sensitive people the luxury and great opportunity to organize their own time and work, and to work at their own pace and at their own discretion. This is why self-employment is also very appreciated by many HSPs. I myself have been self-employed now for several years, and furthermore, many freelancers also fall into this category. Jobs that are common for the most self-employed are photographers, they're yoga and fitness trainers, for example, self-employed therapists, freelance writers, virtual assistant, or consultants of all kinds. Then we have number 9, professions with people. So this category also has a lot of overlap with the helping professions, but here there is a bit more physical contact involved. For example, massage therapist or physiotherapist, for example, fall in this category. Caregivers for the elderly, very important jobs, or nursing staff also belong into this category. However, and maybe you experienced that yourself, these professions can also create a lot of pressure and stress. And then we have the last category of ideal career path for highly sensitive people, which is number 10, professions with animals. So the high ethical understanding and the awareness of caring for well-being of all living beings make good veterinarians, animal keepers, and zoological staff out of many highly sensitive people. And as always, should be said that these career options mentioned here are also, of course, suitable for non-HSPs, and these are only examples here that can be good career options for many highly sensitive people because they match, as I said, their strengths very well. Of course, it is also possible that you are a highly sensitive person and tried out one of these career paths and figured out that this is absolutely not a good fit for you. So every personality, everyone is unique, and so is every job situation. I'm curious and I'm wondering, what experience did you already have with different career paths, maybe as an HSP, maybe as a non-HSP? Definitely let me know in the comments below this video or in the FAQ section. I also started a book list about the best books about the topic of high sensitivity. I also put that in the description. Feel free to check it out. Also subscribe to the podcast here on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen, and I see you and speak to you in the next episode.